Hey guys, Nick Bosco here, and just a little talk about what's going on with the UFC right now. A couple of things going on. Still the Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson drama is still happening. Tony Ferguson came to the support of Dustin Poirier saying, UFC, please pay him. Apparently, he wanted more money than the UFC was willing to pay for him for that fight, and he is saying he wanted to fight Tony Ferguson on that card, that Fight Island pay-per-view card with Khabib Nurmagomedov headlighting against Justin Gaethje. He really wanted to be on that card, but the UFC said that he was asking for an obscene amount of money, and they weren't going to pay him. Tony said, "Pay the man. I want to fight him." Then Dana White came out and said that Dustin Poirier doesn't want to fight. Nobody believes that Dustin Poirier doesn't want to fight. He said he negotiated himself out of that fight, saying there's a lot of excuses that people make so they don't have to fight, but asking for an obscene amount of money and then getting turned down is one way of getting out of a fight. I don't believe that Dustin Poirier is looking to get out of that fight. I think he's looking to get paid what the top lightweights are being paid, which, in that division you have Khabib, you have Conor, you have Tony. They're all top name guys. It's very popular, bringing in the money. Of course they're getting paid. Dustin Poirier, I don't believe he's at that level with them, obviously skill-wise, but if you go by popularity, not as much, and that counts in the UFC. It's unfortunate, but that counts in the UFC. Recently, Jon Jones said that he wanted to be paid an astronomical amount of money to fight Francis Ngannou, which I think they should have paid him, because that fight is the fight people want to see. Then again, Dana White is saying he's just asking for this money because he doesn't really want to fight. I don't think that's the truth. I think these guys are taking risks with these fights. These are dangerous fights, Jon Jones would be going out of his weight division to fight a guy who's very dangerous, and he wanted to be compensated. If he loses a belt, he loses a lot of clout and legacy, and and that has to be worth something to these fighters. So now, who will be fighting Tony Ferguson? There's some names going around. Charles Oliveira, people are saying maybe. Dan Hooker is another possibility, and then of course Michael Chandler, who is rumored to be hoping to come to the UFC. That would be great for him to step in. That's the fight I would like to see. But anyway, having Tony Ferguson on the same card as Khabib is an interesting thing in itself. Things happen, people fall through, things get canceled in the last minute. So whatever, having them both on the same card is very exciting. In Abu Dhabi, yes, I wish I could be going there.
Send me location.
But that's another story. Maybe one day. Also, we have Daniel Cormier, who came out and said that he had the coronavirus a couple weeks before his fight with Stipe Miocic. Now, he was fine. He tested fine when all the tests came and the fight came and fight week came, and he tested all fine.
'Cause every inch of me is perfect from the bottom to the top.
Which is weird, because he's saying he had it a couple weeks before, 3 or 4 weeks before, tested positive, then he was fine to go. Now, Thiago Santos is supposed to be fighting Glover Teixeira and in a couple weeks, but he tested positive, so they pulled him right from that fight automatically. So it's why are they pulling certain fighters when they're testing positive a couple weeks out, and they're letting other fighters just heal up and then go to the fight? It's a little bit sketchy. Of course, we want everyone to be healthy, but we don't know where it's who's testing positive. Someone's being fine, he's fine, he'll be fine in a couple weeks, let's push it forward a couple weeks. So there's all that weirdness going on. Then of course there's a little bit of news about Conor Mcgregor. So Conor, he put up a post replying to somebody was saying something, and he's like, you don't know me, or you don't know what's going on in my life, and then he's basically posted something I can't handle this anymore, almost contemplating suicide type thing, but then deleted it seconds later. So thoughts go out to him. Hopefully he's okay. There's a lot of things in the news with him about being accused of sexual assault and all this stuff. These stories come out quite often with him. I don't know if it's something that he's doing, or it's just trying to get headlines. Of course, I'm not one to point fingers without somebody being proven, or more information. I don't have all the information. All I know is it must be difficult to be in a situation where you're out in the public, and people are making these comments about you, and you're maybe trying not to defend yourself, but you want to defend yourself. And I just feel bad for him and his family, that if he really feels that way, that that he's going through that. He deleted it right away, and then somebody said that he posted on his personal Facebook something like, I would never kill myself, and, you know, just these people are taking things out of control, which is possible. So the only thing is that last time he got into all this big trouble, you know, his personal life was maybe going a little out of hand, and the thing that brought him back to, like, homeostasis kind of was, like, fighting. So although he is retired at this point, maybe this trouble in his personal life could be a way of getting him back into fighting. That has happened before. So he could be fighting Nate Diaz, he could be fighting Nick Diaz, you know, that's been out there. Maybe he would jump in for Tony Ferguson, although I doubt it at this point in time. You know, well, he's probably going to wait and see what happens with Khabib and Justin. If Justin wins, I think that he will definitely jump into that title spot. If Khabib wins, he will try to, but I don't think Khabib's going to be going for it. Khabib wants to fight one more fight, maybe one more big one. I don't know if it'll be Conor. He really wants GSP. Don't know if that's going to happen. But there are a couple different things happening in that division, and they're all very exciting. So hopefully we will all be able to go visit some UFC events in the future, you know, with fans, if they could do it safely. And you know, that's what I want for my New Year's wish, is that next year we all go back to traveling and going to fights and everything. So yeah, that's it for me for now. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos if you can, tell your friends about them. I'm trying to bump up the views on these YouTube videos, so that's my goal, and you can help me achieve it. I would love it. And also subscribe to my newsletter if you guys can, the MMA Press. All right, thanks guys.